The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining the webinar today, and yeah, it's good to see you all here. Okay, I'm going to get started. So if you have any questions, what you can do is raise your hand. There's a little function on the toolbar there. If not, just drop me an email. My email is ed@buffalotours.com, and I'll get back to you afterwards, because I know sometimes it's a little bit difficult to work out quite how the system's working. So yeah, let me get going straight off. So today's webinar is a quick intro to the brochure, and then some details about the unique products that Buffalo have offered in the brochure and on some of our new itineraries. Okay, so a quick overview of the concept. It's a trade brochure highlighting what makes the tours that we create special, and it's very much about the benefits to the client. It was the 20th anniversary of Buffalo's coming up in 2014, and we wanted to talk about what makes the company so special, which is the guides and obviously the experience on the ground. So all the way through, you're looking at the brochure, you'll see that there's information about the reading lists, for example, little upselling tools here and there, but every photo is going to be mostly guys on the ground and clients on the ground with the Buffalo guides. The brochure is divided into two main sections. You've got the destinations and styles. And we start with the destinations. The main itineraries that we would generally base trips to Indochina on. They're highlight tours, short breaks, and day trips as well for upselling. We use the highlights generally for the basis of a trip, and then there are suggestions and links to the page number to make the itineraries a little bit more personal. So there you have day tour options throughout Indochina that you can use to expand or change one of the standard routes. But the general itineraries, they're a good starting point, and they give you a good introduction to the region. So each country section, so Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, and Myanmar, they start with the essentials. So they give you details about the location, the climate, and also some festival dates as well. So they're pretty user-friendly for you as well as clients if you're showing the brochure to them. Okay, quickly onto the styles. This is something that is back to one of the old brochures that we did. People said how useful it was that we would create some sort of real guides for clients and also for agents. So the two guides that we've created are beach and cruise. And obviously they're areas of quite extreme choice over in Indochina. So there is a quick, easy to use guide for the main beach destinations and the main cruise options. And it just helps people get a bit of an idea of what's actually available. We also have at the very end something different. And again, it's for inspiration more than anything else. What can be done? You know, we haven't listed all of our products in here, but if clients and yourselves want to look over some, get some inspiration in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, or Myanmar, this is the section to go to. We also have some details about the educational travel options that we offer. That may be people joining one of the long-term projects that we have in country, or actually developing something personal for a small group. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, it's very much a consumer-friendly brochure. We designed this so it's perfect to be wrapped, and I'll come to that slightly just after this slide. So we have inclusions listed on each tour. So it's your basic package. So it shows what accommodation is there, if it's a hotel, if it's a cruise, or if it's an overnight homestay, it will be listed in the inclusion box. And also, as I mentioned, we have the Extend Your Trip offer. Again, this is linked to the day touring, and it's just to make an itinerary unique. Finally, the QR codes. You'll see them all over the place on the brochure. And what we've done, it's bringing it back to, as I said earlier, the guides and the clients on the ground. So if you scan that code, you'll receive, you'll be linked to a video, either of guides talking about their top destinations, or just a quick overview of the country. So it's pretty interactive. Testimonials are throughout. You'll see real testimonials from our clients that have travelled with us. And again, it just adds a bit of real life to the brochure. And again, preferred hotels, as you would expect. It's not the only hotel that we offer, but they're our preferred partners, people that we can trust the service of and also provide the very best rates. Each section for each country also has a preferred guide. So again, it's a good resource, but it's not the only thing that we offer. We always have call to actions throughout, so an Ask Us box. That's a call to action for upselling either a unique or luxury experience, for example, dining in a cave in Halong or dinner with a Lao prince. This isn't something that everyone's going to be doing every day, so we haven't included the specific day touring options there, but it's just a call to action for more information. And again, little bits of insider knowledge here and there. So as I said, we've kept the branding down to a complete minimum. Now, we understand that people do use this brochure to their own clients, and that's absolutely fine. But it's also perfect for wrapping. We have no branding on the pages. You won't see Buffalo mentioned. The only branding will be on some of the guide uniforms. But again, that's pretty minimal. So if you want to talk about wrapping the brochure, then just drop me an email and we can take it from there. Something that partners have done in the past and it's been pretty successful. And you can order in a copy from the UK office or download a PDF version so you can have a closer look after this. All of those tools are available on the agent website, so I'll give you a bit more of information at the end of the short webinar. Okay, so that was the quick overview of the brochure. I didn't want to go too much into too much detail. I think it's best for you to get hold of a copy and look over it yourself. Let's move on to unique product. Okay, so the product teams throughout Indochina, we have product teams around the region constantly creating new touring ideas. They can be into new regions, as we cover later, or they can just be alternative routes and small changes to popular touring options. So on the basis of this, we've created 4 unique Indochina itineraries, all called Essence. So the Essence of Vietnam, Vietnam, Cambodia, Vietnam and Laos, and Indochina. And we think they combine the best of what's out there. It's something different, and they're also affordable. So each itinerary offers clients a chance to connect with the local people and the culture. So that could be on a day trek, it could be on street tours like the street eats in Hanoi. The idea is that most people, when they come out of Vietnam or Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, they come out talking about the people, talking about the culture, their experience on the streets. That's really what stays with people. So we tried to create small inclusions. They could be half-day tours, evening trips, or full-day tours that have a focus on getting people connected, and also hands-on as well. So the itineraries you'll see are pretty diverse. And again, we try and let people travel in a number of different styles. So cruising, obviously, there's some good cruising options in the trips, and even the famous Sea Loi, which is down in Chao Doc, which is a funny old rickshaw, which is unique to the Mekong Delta. So again, they're just something that keeps the itinerary fresh and interesting. At the end of the day, these are great value, and that's what we wanted to create. Now, these itineraries, obviously, they can be amended. They're there for inspiration, but they're also there to be put as a whole. So I won't go over the full day by day of each trip, because it'll be about 80 pages, and I'm sure that's not what you need on a Wednesday. So have a look at the agent website. The content is up there, and there will be a product flyer which will be loaded on the system later in the week. You can get day-to-day detailed itineraries there, and also some further product training. Okay, so on the trips, the longer itineraries, we've included a number of the unique day tour options, and I'm sure you'll be familiar with some of them, but I wanted to bring to your attention and have a quick overview of them. So starting up in the north of Vietnam, unique Hanoi, it's the Street Eats tour. Now, again, it's a real popular one, and I don't think anyone who's been to Vietnam, I haven't got to try and sell the cuisine. It's absolutely stunning. This is the perfect sort of trip that we were looking to provide. So it's an evening tour. It's all about what people actually do in Hanoi, which is sit on the street and enjoy great food. So it's a walking tour that takes you through some of the small market, and you get to try some of the local delicacies, have a beer and a barbecue. But essentially, it's a great introduction to the city and a great introduction to Vietnam as a country. You're seeing not only the real experience, you're meeting real people. If you're in a beer hoi, it's not a quiet experience. It's pretty hands-on as well. So yes, it's a great tour, and it's found in the Essence range, and also you can book it individually, part of tailor-made packages. Staying in northern Vietnam, in Sapa, we developed a trek to the Ta Giang Vinh area of Sapa. Sapa's a beautiful place. Some stunning mountain ranges. You've got beautiful rice terraces. And it's very popular. You know, it's a retreat from the heat, if nothing else, but it's stunning, absolutely beautiful. The problem with Sapa is it is a very popular destination. So if you're looking to get away from the crowds, you can end up joining more if you're on a day tour. Buffalo have developed a unique part of Sapa where we're the only company able to actually send people to that region. The trek is just a day tour. It's not a trek as such. It's more of a light walk. You're over some pretty uneven ground at points, but it's not up and down, up and down, up and down. It's quite light. I think reasonable level of fitness is absolutely fine. But the real interesting thing is obviously the route is exclusive for Buffalo, so you haven't got scores of other tourists there. It's a pretty personal experience. You get to visit a local family and enjoy a lunch, and the family are great. They've actually got two great chefs in the family, so it's a real standout. Also, you have a picnic, which is actually provided by Victoria. So it's a really unique day, and it's very interesting as an alternative to some of the more popular routes that are offered up in Sapa. If people are interested in spending a little bit longer, we can actually extend over to 2 days, and we can make it an overnight at the homestay. So where you'll stay for lunch, you'd actually spend the evening. It's a really good quality homestay. It's local for sure, but it's a beautiful area and a great family to stay with. So on the itineraries, it's just a day tour, but for FIT, we can definitely extend that. So it's really a good one to keep an eye out for, the Ta Giang Vinh trek. Okay, so moving south to Saigon and the Mekong Delta. As I mentioned at the beginning, some of the product is to classic locations, but that's made a little bit different. Rather than do the standard routes, we try and change things slightly. So a classic is the Cu Chi tunnels. Obviously, no one can go to Vietnam without an image of them, well, the photo of them popping out of a tunnel with a conical hat on. It has to happen. So it's a really interesting day trip in itself. What we've done is combine it with a river cruise, and we have our own speedboat moored down just opposite the Renaissance and Liberty Central hotels at the dock there. The speedboat just lets you see another side of Saigon. The Saigon River is very much a working river. It's not sanitized in the slightest, but it's really interesting, and it's just a little bit different than taking the standard highway route. The tour that we also includes a quick visit to a cricket farm. So if you've got anyone daring enough to try crickets, this is a good tour for them. So it's a classic itinerary with a twist. Down into the Mekong, we have some really good options. In our last webinar, I talked over some of the new cruising that we're offering down in the Mekong. Let's quickly highlight Le Jarai. So Le Jarai is, again, it's a Buffalo exclusive product. It's a Le Jarai cruise. The actual boat was an old rice barge that was salvaged and restored. And the region that the tour takes place is, again, it's away from the crowds. Obviously, there will be other tourists around, but it's a lot quieter. The day tour itself focuses on sort of 3 elements. You have a small boat tour, which will take you through the real small backwaters that the larger boats can't get through. You'll also visit some of the coconut candy workshops, and it's really interesting. In one of the local brick kilns. It doesn't sound too inspiring as I'm saying it here, but it's the heart of the Delta, and it's a great little inclusion. It's about 45 minutes or so. Onto the Jarai, you obviously have a small cooking class, just trying out some of the rolls, famous fresh rolls. and then a great lunch served on board. And it's a relaxing end before you transfer back, which is about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes to Saigon. So it's a little bit of an alternative cruise and an alternative day tour for clients. It's a shared cruising option, and we can offer private trips as well on the K-By Princess. But it's a bit of a favorite with our clients. Staying in the Mekong and heading out to Chao Doc. That's a really interesting part of Vietnam. I'm sure some of you have visited already on one of the fam trips that we've led. Over on the border of Cambodia, it's a part of Vietnam that is developing pretty fast. There's some really interesting products happening over there. The image on the top right of the screen is actually taken from the new Victoria Lodge, the New Sam Lodge, which is up on Sam Mountain, and that's the view over onto the Cambodia border at sunset. It's taken a couple of months back. It's a really great base for getting out and seeing traditional Mekong countryside. So this day tour that we've done is on the Sea Loi and also takes some small river boats. It's all about water and farmland in this part of Vietnam. That's what the day's all about. As I said earlier, the Sea Loi is the traditional rickshaw of the Mekong, and it's a great experience to travel around the countryside on the back of one. It's soft adventure. It's perfect for someone who's looking to see the real country, but obviously likes a little bit of comfort as well. It's a nice Sea Loi. Okay, so actually back up north to Ha Long Bay. So we're going to finish the last product that I'm going to talk about. It's our new cruise, the Lazuli. It's a 3-day, 2-night cruise, and it's all about a unique route. Similar to the trip up in Sapa, we've got permission to travel to an area of the bay that is currently unvisited. So it just makes the trip what Ha Long is all about. It's quiet. You haven't got scores of boats around you, and you're traveling through some beautiful scenery. Image in the bottom right is the boat you can see. It's a brand new boat, and it's obviously just been refurbished. And yeah, it's exclusive to Buffalo clients. The touring is similar to your standard Ha Long touring, but again, you're traveling in less visited or unvisited areas. So the floating village is a lot more interesting, and obviously you have kayaking in pretty beautiful spots as well. So all of these products you'll find within the Essence itineraries that I've told you about, but you can obviously use them in your day-to-day tailor-made quotes, and just talk to the UK office about that. Just quickly, the last slide is some details on the agent website. Now, if you want to get a login code for the agent website, you can just email in the uk.agents address, and then set you up with a code. It'll take about a day or so to do it. Now, the website has some of the product inspiration and welcome packs and some guides that we provide to guys on the ground. Also, the image library and product training. So this slide, for example, this presentation will be loaded up on the agent website. We also have the agent newsletter you can sign up to and see the past editions, just for keep you updated on the latest news, products and offers. And pretty most interestingly for you, at the moment we just started up the hotel tariff. It's an interactive tariff, like a search engine. It has around 450 hotels throughout the region, and it will show our rates, and can also show you the room allocation, for example, how many kids in the room you can have, the cost of the extra beds, and all the details that sometimes can be a little bit confusing with rooms. Now, you can go through the site to send in a hotel-only request, but it's really just a reference point, and you can carry on using uk.agents address for any inquiries. As I say, it's just great to find out that a room night cost and see what's actually available. Okay, and finally we have webinars which are on, so always keep an eye out, and we will be able to update you on any future webinars which are there. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can put your arm up, and we can try and answer them now. or if not, you can just fire over an email later today. Okay, I think that's fine. Thanks for all attending, and as I say, drop me an email, ed@buffalotours.com if you have any questions, or just go through to the UK office, uk.agents@buffalotours.com. Okay, thanks very much, and have a good day.